Hey, what is up, guys? We are back. So, I've just got done finishing My Adventures of Superman Season 3. And yeah, I just want to give you my quick thoughts basically on Season 3. So, this season, I do think it was a lot of fun this season, to be fair. Um, do I think it was great as the other two seasons? I do think, like, out of the three seasons we've got so far, like, this is just my personal opinion. I do think this is probably the weakest season out of all three, to be honest. I still think, like, season one, in my opinion, I think is a better season. And then I do like season two after that, but I do think this is probably the weakest season out of the three. But that's just my personal opinion, though. But other than that, I quite enjoyed this season, to be honest. We got quite a lot of new characters this season that have joined. Like, we got the old cast still about, obviously, like with Superman, Jimmy, Lois, the Daily Planet team, Ma and Pa Kent. And then obviously we got the introduction of Supergirl last season, and she's part of the main crew now, which is pretty cool to see. But yeah, we got a lot of new characters this season as well, like quite a few villains, to be honest. Like, we got Cyborg Superman was a big one that was pushed in the marketing for this. But yeah, we also got the Eradicator this season, which is really cool. Like, I really like that. And we also got Lex Luthor back as well, where he's more sort of a villain that creates the Eradicator and Cyborg Superman. And then we also do have a briefly returned Brainiac as well, briefly. And yeah, and a few other recurring villains from the previous seasons. And we got quite a few Wonder Woman villains this season as well, which was quite interesting with Dr. Poison and Giganta. But yeah. But the villains this season were really cool. Like, Cyborg Superman and Eradicator were definitely highlights. Like, I really like the story with Cyborg Superman. I think it was one of the best things that they've done this season with the villains. The Eradicator storyline, I don't know. I felt like it was a little bit rushed, the Eradicator storyline. A little bit. But I still thought it was quite cool, though, that we got the Eradicator. And seeing the different forms that the Eradicator took this season was very interesting. Like, he had like 3 or 4 different forms, like designs. Like, his final design, it was definitely giving off like a General Zod sort of vibe to him, to be honest. In the finale, like, which is very interesting. But yeah, the Eradicator was pretty cool though. But yeah, and then another character we did get this season was the inclusion of Bizarro, which I thought he was going to be a villain this season, but no, they didn't actually treat him as a villain this season, which is pretty cool to see. Bizarro's now become like a member of the super family now, which is really cool to see. Even Kal-El calls him cousin in the end, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, we've got Bizarro this season. I quite liked what they did with that. But yeah. Another little plot we did get was it was quite small, to be honest. I thought it was going to have a little bit of a larger role to set up the new spin-off show that's coming, and that is the inclusion of Jessica Cruz we got this season. So Jessica Cruz did show up this season, and obviously, if you know by now, we are getting a new spin-off in the My Adventures DC animated universe, which is going to be called My Adventures of Green Lantern, and she's going to be the lead of that show with other Green Lanterns like Carl Rayner, and obviously like other alien Green Lanterns as well. There's been like a little description about that show about like potentially having other like cosmic threats like red or yellow lanterns in that show and other lantern characters, but that's a whole other thing for another video, and I can't wait to see what they do with that show with My Adventures of Green Lantern. I imagine maybe soon we'll get a trailer at some point soon, now that My Adventures of Superman is finished, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, the finale was alright, to be honest. I thought it was alright. I quite liked because obviously Kal-El did lose his powers, Clark did lose his powers this season. That was a big plot for him to get his powers back, while Supergirl and his kids from the future and that were fighting the Eradicator and that and Cyborg Superman this season. So that was kind of a big plot line this season, and then he does get his powers back when he encounters Brainiac at the fortress, and then he eventually gets his powers back through the Rao, like the sort of sun at the fortress. But yeah, I wonder if that's gonna affect the storyline though in the future. But yeah, we do see him in this new sweet like Kryptonian armor at the end of the season, which is pretty cool to see. But yeah, that was pretty cool, I must admit. But another thing is like at the end of the season we did get a couple teasers. We got to see Krypto finally, and that was cool to see Krypto, that they got a dog finally. And Lois proposes to Clark. They're gonna get married, which is pretty cool. So that was pretty sweet. We did get the return of like Amanda Waller this season as well in the finale, and the government, Checkmate, and the Suicide Squad to fight alongside our heroes against the Eradicator. And after they obviously defeated Lex Luthor, obviously got arrested, taken to prison, and he teased something maybe for future plot line in a potential season 4, or maybe it's gonna affect the My Adventures of Green Lantern show maybe. So it cuts to like a shot of a satellite. We see Lex monologuing, talking to Amanda Waller, basically about that he's seen a ton of like stars or worlds out there with threats or something that might be coming in the future. It doesn't show what he's talking. It just shows this satellite. Basically, I'm assuming it's like a LexCorp satellite, but I wonder if a few people I've seen online talking about it. I wonder if it's going to be the case. Maybe we'll get a tease of like, are they teasing like a General Zod sort of plot line next season, or like maybe Darkseid or something, or Mongol. I don't know. I mean, they could do anyone, to be honest. So it'd be pretty cool to see what their takes would be on like Mongol, Darkseid, or General Zod. What their designs and what their takes would be on those characters. We have seen a Parademon before in the My Adventures universe. So, and we've seen like Green Lanterns, like a random alien Green Lantern before in the My Adventures of Superman. I think it was last season or maybe season 1. I think it was during like a Mr. Mxyzptlk episode. But yeah. So we did get a tease of that of a potential season 4. Whether we get a season 4, that's another question, because I haven't seen anything yet about a renewal yet. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that is pretty much my thoughts, guys, to be honest. I mean, I quite enjoyed this season. Like I said, I do think it's a little bit weaker compared to the other two, but I still enjoyed it though. But yeah, guys, I want to know what you guys think of My Adventures of Superman Season 3. Did you enjoy it? What are your thoughts about the finale and the season? Let me know down below. Are you excited for My Adventures of Green Lantern? And do you think we're going to get a Season 4 of My Adventures of Superman? So let me know down below in the comments, guys. And subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I'll see you next time.